When Neil Armstrong became the first person to step foot on the moon on July 20th, 1969, he spoke some of the most famous words in history.
It's one small step for man, one giant leap for mankind.
It was arguably the greatest achievement of the human species. There were 6 more missions to the moon between 1969 and the end of 1972, with 5 landing on the lunar surface. Only Apollo 13 fell short, after an exploded oxygen tank forced astronauts to make an emergency return to Earth. The person initially slated to lead the Apollo 13 mission was Alan Shepard, the most famous astronaut in the world before Armstrong said those words, and before John Glenn was the first American to orbit the Earth in 1962. Shepard was the first American to go into space on May 5, 1961. NASA bumped Shepard to lead Apollo 14 because he had been grounded for an inner ear problem that was corrected with surgery, and NASA officials felt he needed more time to train in the agency's simulators. Shepard was a complicated man who could be friendly, competitive, gregarious, and icy, funny one minute and cold and biting the next. The ultimate example of his sense of humor was his decision to hit golf balls on the lunar surface and his joking comment about the results. Probably the most famous thing actually done on the moon, more memorable than the experiments, driving in a lunar rover, or collecting rocks. Before the 3-day voyage of nearly 250,000 miles, Shepard smuggled a makeshift golf club aboard the spacecraft, the head of a Wilson Staff Dynapower 6-iron attached to a collapsible lunar scoop handle. On the second day of the mission, February 6, 1971, Shepard took the club and 2 balls to the surface for history's first extraterrestrial golf outing. He first shanked a shot into the ultimate hazard, a crater. His second shot went straighter, with Shepard saying jokingly that it went for miles and miles. It actually went about 40 yards. Shepard was restricted by his bulky spacesuit and could only offer a weak one-handed swing at the ball. He spoke later about what would happen if someone could swing freely.
I could drive 250 yards. I said, do you realize on the moon you could hit that driver 1,500 yards?
Experts estimate that unencumbered, a golfer with the swing speed of PGA star Rory McIlroy could, if the ball were launched at the proper angle, hit a ball on the lunar surface more than 2 miles. Shepard, his crewmates, and the golf club all returned safely to Earth on February 9th. Shepard donated the modified 6-iron to the United States Golf Association Museum in Liberty Corner, New Jersey, where officials say it is the most popular artifact in residence. Nearly 240,000 miles away, the golf balls sit in the lunar dust, the legacy of Alan Shepard's status as the only person to play golf on another world.